Hey guys, Kane here, and in this video, I'm gonna cover a new game that came out recently called Dynasty Origins Conquest. Now, this game is very similar to the game that I have played quite a while ago called Might and Magic Era of Chaos. And honestly, this game in particular is very giving, and I would highly suggest players not to skip through it, as well as this game is pretty goddamn beautiful as to the effects and the possible effects that you can acquire. So first things first, let's just get into one basic battle just to show you more or less what we're dealing with. So in this one particular system, you have like a strategist or a hero type thing on the left, and then you have those heroes which are leading units on the field, as you can see, the big ones, and you have the armies which are following behind them. So there are quite a few types, and let's say you can even upgrade the army to a better type, or you can acquire it or buy it. There are many different ways you can acquire. Some you need to purchase, some you can acquire. And I do believe, I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe you're able to acquire majority of the army or different army units just by playing, but it may require some time to do that. So, that aside, let's get into the battle. So, as you can see, the army expanded, and there's a lot more army in terms of the fighting. So, as you can see, the effects are friggin' beautiful. And the thing is, I have only the basic SR and like one of the SSR units or two. So, there is not very much effects on the screen, as well as I don't have a lot of relics upgraded, which would add a lot of skill effects, a lot of like special effects, and like honestly, even without those, the game is pretty goddamn beautiful with all of those effects on the heroes. So even during the story, you have a lot of colors on particular units that you're controlling as well. So one thing that I would like to touch on, if you would be trying out this game and like checking the heroes and stuff like that, quite a few heroes will actually be missing from your list or your guide and stuff like that. So honestly, on a new account that I have tried out and re-rolled a little bit, majority of these SSR plus heroes were actually missing. So basically, they will start appearing as your account gets older and older. So I do believe they will be added to the pool of SSRs and SSR pluses, which you can pull from premium or elite scrolls and stuff like that as the game goes, or so I think so. So that aside, this game has a lot of variety. And a lot of variety, I mean, in the version of formations and what you can do. So, some of these skills or talents may not require you to field a specific amount of heroes, but for example, this one, if you have him on the field, all allied light cavalry recover HP equal to 20% of damage done, and it gets, or rather, that skill gets buffed as you go. However, this is not the type of skills that or rather, I would more or less talk about. There are skills which you place a number of units and you activate very strong skills. So let's try and find some to give you an example. So we have 5 Tiger Generals. Whenever you acquire this skill on this hero, damage plus 20%. When you deploy 3 heroes, generals have 30% chance to release their talent skills twice. And 5 heroes, generals will release their talent skills twice. So honestly, Zhao Yun has a pretty beast talent skill. Guan Yu has a pretty beast talent skill, and even the Huaxiong has a pretty beast talent skill. Now, do keep in mind this is not like something that will go throughout all of them, and it would be very important only for, let's say, a very few heroes or stuff like that. So, another one which I can touch which I'm not entirely sure whether or not it's insanely overpowered, but I just want to show like the difference of some formations as well. So this hero in particular, if you place it on the field, it will summon four squads of yellow turbans, and those tanks are affected by the hero itself. Whenever you place three heroes, they will summon them at the very beginning. Now, essentially, you summon these 10 seconds into the match and then 20 seconds thereafter, and then you have a follow up skill rather. When those yellow turban dies, it does damage equal to 16% of max HP to enemies. Now I'm not sure whether this is like the hero's HP or the troops HP or stuff like that. And then you have another follow up ability, which when those units or own units defeat an enemy soldier, 20% chance to make a yellow turban guard. So these are just like the few types of combinations which you can do, which honestly kind of surprised me at the variety that this game may have. So again, every faction has like different types of benefits, different types of skills, talents, all that kind of stuff. Some factions can in a sense connect together and become pretty darn powerful. That aside, what I meant by this game is very giving. So the first week of this game, you will only be able to get like, let's say, one SSR 3-star from just the logging. Then you will be able to acquire another 3-star SSR just from pulling 30 times in the recruitment, and you're gonna acquire this SSR regardless whether you want to or not. And after that, honestly, there is not that many ways to acquire SSRs in the very first week, unless you're playing the basic events, then spending currency to even buy those SSR shards. Now, considering Era of Chaos, the first SSR that you could get in the game required 500 bucks. Literally 500 bucks, right? And in here, you can even just buy the SSR shards from event materials. So after the 7 days of the server, when you just exit, let's say, the newbie thing, there are particular events, not, let's say, these recharge ones, but 1 second. You can log in to claim some shards. You can do particular quests to get stuff like this, I suppose, a shop material or stuff like that. And then you can exchange those shop materials for SSR shards as you go. So that is also one of those things. Then you can. I'm not entirely sure whether or not this festival is every week or bi weekly or stuff like that, but this guy is an SSR, and you are literally getting its shards for free. Then you have a crossbow battalion, which you can get for free, and that is friggin' strong. Like, I'm not entirely sure whether or not it's not one of the better ones, but the attack and the attack speed are pretty much almost maxed. So that aside, you also can complete stuff and get SSR shards as well. So this is just like the basic quests which any player will be able to do and acquire all of these shards. So just from this particular window, you get 2, 5, 10, 15 shards of this, and if you're going for that particular faction, you can even buy those shards from the market as well, and in a span of like 1 month or couple of months, you will probably get this hero, SSR hero rather, to 5 or 6 stars. Now, quite a few people will probably say, yeah, this game is insanely pay to win, but which game isn't insanely pay to win? However, in this game, honestly, like, if you would spend money, you can actually get stuff going in this particular game. And even if you're not spending money, you can still properly upgrade, but it will just take a little bit longer. So honestly, I actually didn't expect this game to be this kind of friendly to, let's say, people, as I thought it would start out so friggin' rough that no one would actually want to play it and no one would actually be able to acquire anything. Honestly, I kinda suggest for people to try this game out and whether or not they do enjoy it. However, I do believe this game, as much as the other game, may require for you to save your ingots or diamonds in this case, and then to probably spend them on particular altars. Now, I'm not entirely sure if there are even any altars. Anyways, there are quite a lot of features in this game, and I haven't unlocked almost any of them. So I will just show some pictures on the screen right now and more or less what you can look forward to. And even those features are not very high level, meaning there will be more and more stuff the further you level up and the further you go. Honestly, they do seem kind of interesting, and the variety is also pretty darn huge. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. I will cover up a re-rolling guide in, I think, next couple of days or tomorrow, and more or less showcase what people are able to acquire and achieve as well. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully you will try this game out with me and in my own server. I will highly likely be making my own alliance in that particular server as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and stay safe out there.